What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Fire Emblem Fates video. That's right, another Fire Emblem Fates video. This time, it is your choice. That's right. So I pulled something different on this list. So this is not my list. I actually made two polls, one for Hoshido, one for Nohr, and I actually allowed you, my awesome fans and subscribers, to choose who you wanted to be as your top, your top 8 Fire Emblem characters. And I have to say, the turnout was a bit more than I expected. I was expecting, this to be like a kind of a Jeb Bush, campaign rally type of turnout. It was gonna be like, it's gonna be like 12 people, and but no, actually the turnout was pretty good. So I have to say, nice, thank you for voting for your list here. But the list will be like before. We're gonna have 4 Hoshido and 4 Nohr characters. They will be picked from from your votes. The reason why this is late, because I did want this to come out before the game came out, but I had to leave the polls open for a few days because there were so many ties. Like, it was so close. Like the 1 and 2 slots were pretty much done, but the other slots on both lists were locked down by like 3-4 people deep. So I literally wanted to wait until the polls, there was a gap, somebody broke out and picked up the spot. So there's not too many ties on the list, but yeah, I think we did pretty good. So let's hop on into this. Aki and Sildori. At least I think that's how you say her American name. I like her Japanese name better, but what else? It's cool. Now this is a pretty interesting set right here because this is a father-daughter combo, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting, and it would kind of work out that way. We have well, I've talked about Sildori enough in my waifu's video. You can check that out. The big thing we need to talk about here is Tsubaki. Tsubaki actually made the list. The first ever male Pegasus Knight is on the list. And I'm kind of glad he made it, because he didn't quite make the cut from my own personal list because I had to choose from so many people. But you guys spoke up and said you like Tsubaki, and that's awesome. Now, to me, he does have a bit of an arrogant character, but from what I've heard, he does have some redeeming qualities that redeem him later down the line. So that kind of puts him ahead of some other characters on this list. Number 3, we have, now this one kind of got to me because I was like, really though? Like, really, y'all gonna do that? Y'all know how much I like this character? You know how much I'm a fanboy of this character? You put him at number 3, second from the bottom, and he is the High Prince of Hoshido, Ryoma. That's right, Lobster Samurai. You know what I'm saying? The Hoshiden badass. The man who has a lightning sword is number 3. And he's under 2 other different people. But it's cool though. I mean, we have the Crown Prince of Hoshido, Ryoma. He's your number 3 pick. I mean, I'm a fanboy of Ryoma, so I guess, I'm gonna step back on that one. I'm just gonna leave it there. He's number 3. Number 2. This one right here was a massive surprise to me because this character did not. I mean, I have heard about this character in my waifu's video. Why is she not there? Why she should be there? Where is she? And this is Kinu. Kinu, she's one of the 4 shapeshifters of this Fire Emblem game, and she is a pretty interesting character. I mean, I haven't read too much into her. Of course, I haven't met her in the game yet, so I don't know too much about her, and I haven't really read into her stuff because I don't want to spoil too many of the characters for myself. But so far, she looks pretty cool, man. If you're into furries, man, Kinu is definitely, your way to go. number 1 for the Hoshido side. Number 1 pick I'm not too happy about, because this character, at least so far as I am in the game right now, is kind of a dick. I mean, he does not like you, he does not trust you, he says a whole bunch of crappy things to you and Azura, even though you clearly side with him and his cause. And that's Takumi. Takumi is your number 1 pick on the Hoshido side. And I'm like, okay, I mean, you guys like Takumi. I'm thinking maybe there's a lot of chicks on this list. I mean, you know, who are doing the voting. I think chicks kind of dig Takumi. Personally, I'm like, you know what? I'm not a fan. Maybe he'll turn around later. Even though I've seen some clips, and it looks like things might get worse. But he might turn around later, and you know, he might, you know, come around. But as of right now, he's kind of a dick to me. But oh well, you know, Takumi is your number 1 Hoshido character. I'm still getting Obero though. Alright, don't get in the way, bro. Don't get in the way. That's all I got to say. Alright, and for the Nohr list, number 4 on the Hoshido side, on the Nohr side is Elise. She is the youngest child of Nohr, of the Nohr royal family, and she is, to me, the bright spot in the Nohr character pool. I mean, of course, you have some other kind of like, you know, off-the-wall characters like Odin, like Ophelia, you know, and then you have some cool characters like Arthur. But I mean, she is like a bright spot because she's always bubbly, she's always happy, and she's just the type of character you need on the Nohr side. I mean, because even the characters in the game tend to say that Nohr is kind of a gloomy kingdom, and it kind of is at points. I mean, the characters are pretty dark over here. People have dark pasts. People are kind of crazy. I mean, there's a lot of also normal characters too, but some of the more prevalent ones tend to be a bit on the violent side. But yeah, Elise is a bright spot in the gloomy darkness of Nohr, and I'm kind of glad she made this list. Number 3. Alright, so this is the second time that a high prince of a country has made number 3, second from the bottom on the list, and that's Xander. Now Xander, I don't dislike Xander, I'm more indifferent. Xander he's an okay character. He does save your life in the game a few times early on. But yeah, I mean, he's a pretty interesting character, but you know, he's a character that you've seen before. You know, I mean, blonde dude, prince, big sword. I mean, you've seen this character before, you know, I mean, so, but he is interesting though, and he does tend to, you know, look out for you, even when it's kind of sort of against his own interests at points. Number 2, this character was almost on my own personal list, and one person actually said he should probably be on the waifus list, and that is Niles. Niles, I believe Niles is gonna be a funny character in this game. He kind of reminds me of Varian in you know, from Fire Emblem Awakening, which I mean, I liked Varian's interactions with other characters. I wasn't a big fan of Varian as a fighter because he's a glass cannon, but Niles, he works in the same way, and you know, so he should be a funny character if I can keep him alive. On the list. Now this right here, number 1, was one of the main reasons why I left the polls open. because I was trying to get to break up the tie for number 1. That was a 3-way tie between Niles and the other 2 characters that are number 1. Eventually they broke away, but they are still tied. So your number 1 Nohr characters are Crown Princess Camilla, who we all knew was going to be on this list somewhere. You should have known she was going to be on this list and near the top for obvious reasons. But beyond that, she's actually a pretty awesome character. I mean, she's a yandere. And if you don't like yanderes, I don't know what's wrong with you. A chick who would kill for you, man. That's that kind of deep love right there. That's that deep love. Now, she's willing to kill your entire blood family to bring you back to Nohr, possibly in pieces. But yeah, I mean, Camilla is your number 1. Now, the big surprise for me as far as this one is the second character that also made number 1. Also a prince of Nohr is Leo. That was like, Leo? Like, really? I mean, maybe there were a lot of chicks voting because I think chicks probably dig Leo as well. Me personally, I don't think Leo is too bad of a character. Like, he starts off kind of like Takumi. He doesn't trust you. I don't think he dislikes you as much as Takumi, because Takumi just straight up don't like you. Like, he just doesn't. But yeah, I mean, he does. You know, Leo does have a distrust for you. He does have kind of a inferiority complex. I did not expect him to be number 1. Him and Camilla actually take 28% of the overall vote for Nohr, which was way bigger than the Hoshido vote. So that's a lot of votes for them 2 combined. But yeah, so this is your list. Your top 8 Fire Emblem Fates characters. I'm sorry it was late, but things happened and the voting was crazy. So this will probably be my last Fire Emblem list for a while. I am working on getting gameplay on going for Fire Emblem Fates. As far as gameplay, I'm actually debating on what else I want to do, because I always do 2 series. I might start up Pokemon or The Witcher again. It's up to you what you guys would like to see, but I'll definitely be trying to get Fire Emblem up and running. But yeah, you know, I'll probably be doing some more Fire Emblem lists after I've kind of gotten to know some of the characters more, after I've gotten a little bit further in the game, because I make these lists, at least the ones I did, based off of, you know, reading as much as I can without spoiling the character for me. So yeah, I mean, that's about it. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Pokemon video. I just did an awesome theory on Magiana, so check that out. And as always, people, keep it real.